Hey guys, it's Allie, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the most unique American Girl dolls that they have ever made. So American Girl has made so many dolls over the years, ranging from truly me dolls, to historical dolls, girl VR dolls, and even contemporary dolls. And I want to talk about the most unique ones. We often talk about dolls that look alike, such as 79 looking like Kanani, and 22 and 27 being nearly identical. But if you do want to build a collection with dolls that look very unique from each other, these dolls on this list are definitely some ones that I would recommend. I do own quite a few of these dolls in my collection because personally, I love having a collection full of dolls with unique parts and dolls that you don't see too often in the AGTube and AGIG community. So here is the list, in my opinion, and based off of your opinions on Instagram, of the most unique American Girl dolls. I'm gonna start off with number 49. She is, I'd say, mid-tier in terms of popularity. I see her a lot more on AGIG than AGTube, and every single person who owns a 49 names her Sky, Skylar, something like that. I do own this doll in my collection, and I've named her Raelyn, and I think she's so unique just because of the combination of her features. Is she a classic mold? Yes, but having the combination of medium skin and blue eyes is something that you rarely see from American Girl. I think she rocks that combination. Her blue eyes are stunning, and even though it isn't crazy unique, it's similar to Sonali, I absolutely love her long black wavy wig. I think it's so pretty, and just everything put together is beautiful, and this doll is so unique, especially for a medium skin doll. Next up is 62, and I will say, there is one doll that 62 looks similar to, and that is Truly Me 76. I own both of those dolls. They could be brother and sister, but 76 is a boy doll. So it's not the exact same face mold as 62, but we're gonna talk about her. First off, nobody owns this doll, and she is so beautiful. So I know she's retired, but if you can, get yourself a 62. You will not regret it. She is Nanea in my collection. She won AGNDM Cycle 5, and to me, I think the feature that makes her the most unique is her hair. You often see American Girl dolls with really long hair, but this doll has hair that's just past her shoulders, and I think it makes her really unique. It's also super soft. She's a medium skin Sonali mold with brown eyes, nothing too unique there, but that combination with her hair makes her a unique doll that more people should own in their collections. Next is another doll in my collection who I absolutely love, and that is Melody, and every time I make a video and talk about Melody, you guys always talk about how cute my Melody is. I say this all the time, but if you are watching this video and being like, your Melody is so beautiful, I want to get a Melody, this is your sign to go out and get a Melody because she is amazing. Similar to 62, the feature that makes Melody the most unique in my opinion is her wig. It's textured, which we don't have too much of, but compared to the other textured hair wigs such as Addie, Melody's wig is so unique because it's short, which not just for textured hair, is just super unique for American Girl, and it has full-on bangs, not side bangs. There aren't really many American Girl dolls who have black hair and bangs, so I think it's a very unique combination. Her hair is on the shorter side of American Girl doll wigs. It's shorter than 62, for example, but it's still so much fun to style. I love doing pigtails on her and braids on her. She does have a Sonali mold, which is one of my favorite face molds, with dark brown eyes and dark skin, but just her wig, for being so unique, is why she's on this list. Moving on to the category of dolls with unique face molds, we have Nanea. I own this doll in my collection too, and I absolutely love her. Her wig is a dark brown black. It has some red in it. It's wavy, but it's so beautiful, and I guess if I were to compare it to another wig that I have experience with, I would compare it to 49, but I actually prefer her wig over 49, at least with the way it meshes with her features. It's beautiful. She does have the basic hazel eyes that American Girl slaps on every doll nowadays, but she is on this list for her unique face mold. So if you want a unique American Girl doll, you can't get any more unique than a cool face mold like hers. Some people aren't the biggest fan of the Nanea mold. I will be honest, when she first released, I was like, this looks like an oversized welly wisher. I don't like it, but AGIG made me fall in love with Nanea, and I own her, and she is one of my favorite dolls in my collection, even a year later. The next doll is a recent addition to my collection, and that is Mary Grace. Of course, she has the Mary Grace mold. It's so coveted for use in customs and things like that, but I think original Mary Graces are stunning too, and I actually prefer them over the customs. Once again, unique face mold. She's the only doll to have this mold, but her wig is also quite unique because not only is it rare to find an original Mary Grace in someone's collection, they are almost always a custom, calling you out Boy Meets Dolls, but she has pinwheels in her wig, which is a feature that not a ton of dolls have. I know 21 has it, but then there's a version of her that doesn't. And then Elizabeth also has the pinwheels. Pinwheels? Did I say pinwheels? We're not talking about eyes here. The pin curls. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of the pin curls, it definitely does make Mary Grace a more unique doll, and she is on this list. I'm staring at my Mary Grace right now while filming this. She's so beautiful. Make sure to watch my unboxing of her if you haven't already. Next is one of the most unique American Girl dolls they have ever made. You cannot argue with this statement, and that is number 4. She has a unique face mold known as the number 4 mold, which has not come back since this doll retired in the late 2000s, but there are rumors that a number 4 mold is supposed to come back with the contemporary line, which is rumored to come out in the later half of this year, 2021. I still have mixed opinions on this because I feel like I only see the 4 mold with the 4 doll, but I am excited to see what American Girl creates. But if they're just re-releasing the 4 doll exactly as she was before she retired, that feels a bit lazy in my opinion. But of course her mold makes her unique, and she does have black hair and bangs, which, similar to Melody, is not a super common feature to see from American Girl. Next is Joss, the newest American Girl face mold. It's kind of similar to the Mary Grace mold in my opinion. I'm looking at them side by side right now in my collection, and they both have pointed chins and rounder faces, but Joss's eyes are definitely a bit rounder than a Mary Grace in my opinion. But of course her mold makes her unique. But another unique feature about Joss is her ear sculpt. On one of her ears there is more of a circle little indent, and it allows you to put her hearing aid in. Of course you can have a hearing aid on other dolls than Joss, but those ones are like screwed into the doll's head, and this one is removable and there aren't any holes or anything, so I think it's a super unique feature. I also love her wig. I haven't really seen a wig like it, where even though it's straight, it can be flipped around and kind of have a wavy effect without having like the curl of the wave. This makes no sense, but like it's a pretty unique wig, at least compared to the ones in my collection, and I absolutely love it. However, her eyes are not super unique. Last up for the unique molds, we have Kaya. The Kaya mold is only seen on Kaya and Logan, but Logan has been retired and it was in a different skin tone. This doll is so underrated and beautiful. She has super long black hair, which is another unique feature. And what I really like about it is even though it's super long and comes in braids, because both sections are braided, when you take it out, it looks like she has really nice beachy waves in her hair, and it's absolutely beautiful and unique, especially compared to Julie, for example, where if you take out her braid, you just have one wavy strand and everything else is straight. It's a unique face mold and it looks really pretty with her medium skin tone, and I absolutely love Kaya dolls. Next is Caroline, and she is on this list for her eyes. Yes, some people do think she's basic. She has blue eyes, light skin, classic mold, and blonde hair, but we cannot ignore that her blue eyes are super unique. They are super popular in customs and probably the most coveted type of eyes. So if you have Kanani's wig on a Mary Grace mold with Caroline eyes, you have the most coveted, desired custom ever. But her eyes are so beautiful. They are a decal, but they're like a turquoise blue with black in them, and it's beautiful. And the blonde curly wig is also something pretty unique, and I haven't seen any dolls that have a similar wig in that shade of blonde. Now, as much as I dislike these dolls, I cannot argue that they are not unique, and that is the colored hair dolls that American Girl released. I don't remember their numbers off the top of my head, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about as I've mentioned them on my channel before. They definitely have unique wigs, you know? You've got the bright pink one, you have the cotton candy one, purple, the one that's brown with like the blue in it. They're not everybody's cup of tea, they are not my cup of tea, but they are unique, and if you do want an American Girl doll with a unique wig, you cannot go wrong with these colored hair dolls. Next is 80, and even though she does not have a unique mold, she has the Josefina mold. She has it in an extra dark skin tone, which is pretty unique. Only a few dolls have that skin color. I believe she is the only doll that has that feature combination. Of course, you can make this doll in the Create Your Own line, but in terms of dolls that you can just purchase from the Truly Me line or any other line, this is a unique feature, and 80 is a really pretty doll. Next is 58, and even though we have seen the Addie mold with brown eyes so many times, she is on this list because of her wig, because it is so unique. It's very short and curly, and most of the other dolls with this feature combination will have a curly wig, but it will be longer. So to have a really short wig, it's super unique. There's so many cute hairstyles you can do with this doll that you can't do with any other doll, and I think it's cute. Last on this list, I'm going to talk about 57, and similar to dolls like 62 and Melody, she has a really short wig that you don't see too often from American Girl, and even though I don't think 57 is the most popular doll, we cannot deny the uniqueness of her wig. It's short, kind of similar to the length of Kit's, so it's above the shoulders if I remember remember correctly. It's brown. It's kind of like if you had Truly Me 59 but chopped off her hair. It's not really my cup of tea as I've never been a huge fan of 57, but it's a unique wig and a unique doll that you can add to your collection. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments, what dolls do you guys think are the most unique dolls that American Girl offers, retired or still available? It's a fun topic to discuss and I want to hear your guys' opinions. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you are notified whenever I post a new video on my channel, and follow me on Instagram to participate in future videos like this where I ask for your guys' opinions. Have an amazing day and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!